Discussing important topics in a serious relationship. Goals, boundaries, communication, finances, intimacy, trust, and more. Let's discuss what must be discussed when considering a serious relationship, especially a lifelong one. In a relationship, it's crucial to have open and honest communication with your partner about a wide range of topics. Here are some of the most important things to discuss in a relationship. 1. Goals and aspirations. It's essential to know your partner's long-term goals and aspirations so that you can support each other and work towards a shared future. 2. Boundaries. Discussing the boundaries you have for yourself and respecting your limits is crucial for a healthy relationship. This includes physical, emotional, and sexual boundaries. Asterisk note that boundaries are only for yourself. I will not do X, not you will not do X. A huge mistake people make is confusing boundaries with agreements. Agreements are between partners stating what is and what is not allowed. Think of it this way. You build a fence or wall around yourself, not around another person. Without an agreement, the other partner might incorrectly assume that wall has a gate or is low enough to simply step over. Stay in adult mode and make sure to understand those two things. 3. Communication. Open and honest communication is key to any successful relationship. Discuss how you both communicate best and work on improving your communication skills. 4. Finances. Money can be a sensitive topic, but it's important to discuss your financial situation and make decisions together about budgeting, saving, and spending. 5. Family and friends. Talk about your relationships with family and friends and how you can support each other in maintaining these relationships. 6. Conflict resolution. No relationship is perfect, and disagreements will arise. Talk about how you handle conflicts and disagreements and how you can work together to resolve conflicts in a healthy and respectful way. 7. Intimacy. Discuss your physical and emotional intimacy needs and how you can ensure a fulfilling and satisfying relationship. This includes physical intimacy and emotional intimacy and how you both express love and affection. 8. Future plans. Discuss your plans for the future as a couple, such as marriage, children, and where you want to live. 9. Personal growth. Encourage each other to grow and pursue personal interests and hobbies. Talk about your personal growth goals and how you can support each other in growing and evolving as individuals and as a couple. 10. Trust and loyalty. Discuss the importance of trust and loyalty in your relationship and how you both can work on building and maintaining these qualities. 11. Communication styles. Discuss your communication styles, how you prefer to express yourself, and how you can ensure effective communication in your relationship. 12. Shared goals. Discuss your shared goals as a couple, whether it's buying a house, starting a business, or pursuing a passion project. 13. Trust and commitment. Talk about your level of trust and commitment to each other, and how you can nurture and strengthen your bond over time. 14. Family dynamics. Discuss your family dynamics, including relationships with parents, siblings, and other family members, and how you can navigate potential conflicts or issues. 15. Decision-making. Talk about how you make decisions together, whether it's about finances, household responsibilities, or major life choices. 16. Gratitude and appreciation. Share with each other what you appreciate about each other and express gratitude for the positive aspects of your relationship. 17. Health and well-being. Talk about your physical and mental health and how you can support each other in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. 18. Work-life balance. Discuss your work schedules and how you can balance your careers with your relationship. 19. Personal values. Talk about your personal values, beliefs, and ethics and how they shape your worldview. 20. Travel and adventure. Discuss your travel plans, dream or bucket list destinations, and how you can explore new places and experiences together. 21. Cultural differences. If you come from different cultural backgrounds, talk about your traditions, customs, and beliefs, and how you can embrace and celebrate each other's differences. 22. Household responsibilities. Discuss how you will divide household chores and responsibilities, and how you can support each other in maintaining a clean and organized home. 23. Personal experiences and history. Share your personal experiences and history with each other, including your childhood, past relationships, and significant life events. 24. Time spent apart. Talk about how you will spend time apart, whether it's for work, travel, or personal interests, and how you can stay connected and supportive of each other. 25. Social media and technology. Discuss your use of social media and technology and how you can navigate potential conflicts or issues related to online communication. 26. Dreams and aspirations. Share your dreams and aspirations with each other and discuss how you can support each other in achieving your goals. 27. Past relationships. Talk about your past relationships, what you learned from them, and how they have influenced you as a partner. 28. Children. If you have or plan to have children, discuss your parenting styles, values, and expectations. 29. Sexuality. Discuss your sexual preferences, needs, and boundaries, and how you can ensure a satisfying and healthy sex life. 30. Religion and spirituality. Talk about your religious or spiritual beliefs and how they impact your relationship and daily life. 31. Education and career. Discuss your educational and career aspirations and how you can support each other in achieving professional goals. 32. Emotional support. Talk about how you can support each other emotionally, especially during challenging times. 33. Self-care. Discuss your self-care routines and how you can encourage each other to prioritize mental and emotional well-being. 34. Trust and jealousy. Discuss any trust issues or feelings of jealousy and how you can work on building trust and addressing insecurities. 35. Creativity and hobbies. Share your creative passions and hobbies and explore ways to pursue them together. 36. Household finances. Discuss your joint and individual finances, including bills, savings, and investments. 37. Cultural and social issues. Talk about your views on important social issues such as race, gender, and politics, and how you can support each other in navigating these topics. 38. Career goals and aspirations. Discuss your career goals and aspirations and how you can support each other in achieving them. 39. Time management. Talk about how you both manage your time and how you can work together to balance your priorities and responsibilities. 40. Family planning. Discuss your plans for building a family, including the number of children you want, timing, and parenting styles. 41. Shared interests. Share your interests and hobbies, and explore ways to pursue them together. 42. Boundaries and friendships. Talk about your friendships and the boundaries you each want to establish for yourself to maintain a healthy balance between your relationship and other important people in your lives. Asterisk. Remember, boundaries are only for yourself. A huge mistake people make is thinking that boundaries include "my partner will not" instead of "I will not." Agreements, "we will not," are between partners stating what is and what is not allowed. Stay in adult mode and don't get those two things confused. 43. Health and wellness. Discuss your health and wellness goals and how you can support each other in achieving them. 44. Aging and retirement. Talk about your plans for aging and retirement, including financial planning, lifestyle goals, and care for each other as you age. Now, what about sex and kink? These are vital for lifelong relationships, and we must discuss them as adults and not let them be taboo to us. Your sex life is an important aspect of your relationship, and it's important to have open and honest communication about your needs, desires, and boundaries. This includes discussing any kinks or fetishes that you or your partner may have. It's important to approach these conversations with care and respect, and to establish a safe and non-judgmental space where both partners can express themselves freely. If one or both partners have kinks or fetishes, it's important to discuss boundaries, consent, and safety precautions to ensure that both partners feel comfortable and safe. It's also important to remember that not everyone has the same level of interest in or experience with kinks or fetishes, and it's okay to have different preferences or boundaries. The most important thing is to communicate openly and honestly with your partner, and to work together to create a fulfilling and satisfying sexual relationship based on mutual respect and consent. Many resources are available for exploring kink and BDSM, bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, sadism, and masochism, in a safe and non-judgmental way. Here are some suggestions. 1. The website Kink Academy offers online courses, workshops, and resources on a wide range of kinks and BDSM topics. The site is geared toward all levels of experience, from beginners to advanced practitioners, and emphasizes safety, consent, and communication. 2. The book, The New Topping Book by Dossie Easton and Janet W. Hardy, and its companion book, The New Bottoming Book, offer a comprehensive introduction to BDSM and kink, with practical advice on communication, safety, and negotiation. 3. The website FetLife is a social networking site for people interested in kink and BDSM, where members can connect with each other, join groups and discussions, and find events and meetups in their local area. 4. Attending workshops or events hosted by local kink or BDSM organizations can provide a safe and supportive environment for exploring kink with like-minded individuals. Check your local listings or do an online search for kink or BDSM organizations in your area. 5. Seeking out a therapist or sex-positive counselor specializing in kink and BDSM can provide a safe and confidential space for exploring kink in a supportive and non-judgmental way. Remember that communication, consent, and safety are always paramount when exploring kink and BDSM, and it's important to take things at a pace that is comfortable for both partners. In BDSM and kink, it's not uncommon for partners to have different levels of interest or comfort with certain activities or kinks. In some cases, what one partner considers a red light, a hard limit, or something that is not negotiable, may be something that the other partner is very interested in or even considers a green light, something they are comfortable with or interested in trying. To navigate this in a healthy way, it's important for partners to communicate openly and honestly about their boundaries, needs, and desires. Both partners should feel empowered to express themselves freely without fear of judgment or shame. If one partner is interested in exploring something that the other partner is not comfortable with, it's important to approach the conversation with care and respect. The partner who is interested in the activity should never pressure or coerce the other partner into doing something they are not comfortable with, and both partners should work together to find a solution that meets both of their needs. One approach is to negotiate and compromise. This means finding a middle ground that both partners can agree on, such as trying a less intense version of the activity, or finding a different kink or activity that both partners are comfortable with. Another approach is to explore the reasons behind the different levels of interest or comfort. Sometimes, one partner may be hesitant to try a certain activity because of past trauma or negative experiences, or even religious beliefs. I like to refer to it as Jesus guilt, something I've personally struggled with, while the other partner may have a different perspective based on their own experiences or desires. By discussing these underlying reasons, both partners can better understand each other's perspectives and work together to find a solution that feels safe and fulfilling for both of them. Ultimately, the key to navigating differences in interest or comfort levels in BDSM and kink is communication, consent, and respect. Both partners should feel empowered to express themselves freely and negotiate in good faith to find a solution that meets both of their needs without compromising on their hard limits or boundaries. This concludes the list I have been able to compile. If there's anything else, please let me know. Sources for further reading: 10 Conversations Every Serious Couple Should Have by Nicole in the Huffington Post. 25 Things You Need to Talk About Before You Get Married by Laura Lifshitz in Pop Sugar. 30 Essential Things to Discuss Before Getting Married by Bridget Clegg in Brides. The 15 Most Important Questions to Ask in a Serious Relationship by Julia Malikov in Best Life. 21 Questions to Ask Before Getting Serious by Marissa Laliberte in Reader's Digest.